arrested. So how is all of this now being received in Washington?
I'd have to say, in general, Republicans say that foreign policy is up to the president, but 3 Republicans in Congress have publicly said that Mr. Trump should not have said what he said about Joe Biden while overseas on a state visit. And we have a very sharp response from the Biden for President campaign. It says that Mr. Trump's comments are beneath the dignity of the office. To be on foreign soil on Memorial Day and to side repeatedly with a murderous dictator against a fellow American and former vice president speaks for itself. But now a response on Twitter from President Trump, who said no one should be upset because, in fact, the real quote from North Korea's news agency was that Joe Biden is a low IQ idiot. And the president wrote that he softened it to low IQ individuals, so no one should be upset. He might be making a joke. Some are laughing. Some, to be frank, are not. Michelle?
All right. Dan, the president on Iran stressed that he is not looking for regime change. So it sounds like the president does want those sanctions to force the Ayatollahs back to the negotiating table.
We've been hearing again and again the president sometimes predicts that Iran will negotiate with the U.S. Here's why it came up in Tokyo. The Japanese media revealed that Prime Minister Shinzo Abe is planning a likely visit to Tehran in about 3 weeks. It would be the first time that a Japanese leader has gone to Iran since 1978, when the Shah was still in charge. And the Japanese Prime Minister said he would like to lessen the tensions between the U.S. and Iran so they don't erupt, as he put it, into armed conflict. President Trump embraced the idea. He said that that would be good. He knows that Japan has good relations with Iran, and of course Japan used to buy a lot of oil from Iran until the new sanctions that were imposed by President Trump when he left the nuclear accord last year. But again, President Trump welcomes the idea that Japan mediate with Iran. Maybe something will come of this, Michelle.
All right, maybe indeed. Dan, thank you so much.